Greetings, everyone. I'm Ken Williams, and this issue of the vlog, whatever this is, we've got a lot of cool things to show you. But first, I'm going to answer a question I've been getting a lot, which is why we bought a used boat. And I can walk you through our process, but basically we looked at three factors: risk, time, and money. And I say risk because in buying one of these large boats, they're custom built. And we looked at buying a new one, and a new one would mean sending money off now in the hopes that 3 years from now we get a boat. And all of these companies that build these big boats, and we looked at Bering, Nordhaven, CDM, I'm trying to remember the other brands, but we looked at a few of them, and they're all offshore. And at the time we were making the decision, world politics looked kind of dicey, and there were things like tariffs being talked about, there was wars being talked about. And there's also business risk. When you're buying something and you're not going to take delivery for 3 or 4 years, you got to look at those issues. As far as time, I noticed that the average life expectancy in the U.S. for a male is 76, and I've turned 70. And most people retire in their 60s or 70s. These boats, they are sold to an older audience. And when you think about how many years you have to go cruising and spending 3 or 4 years building a boat, it adds up. And plus, the first year with a new boat can always be miserable. And we'll probably do some of that with the boat that we're getting, or with North Star that we're updating. So, because these are large, complex beasts. And there's a lot to them, and it's all put together by hand, and you're taking them out into a saltwater environment that can be fairly hostile. So shaking down a new boat can be a tough thing. Well, then let's talk money. Money is an issue. When we looked at the cost of a new boat, and it's a healthy chunk of change. And not only is it a lot of money, but the second you take delivery, it drops significantly in value. Like think about buying a new car. Drive it off the lot a block down the street, and what can you sell it for? And you'll see a big difference between what you paid. And the depreciation curve tends to smooth out over time. So we thought by buying an older boat, investing money, and in fact, we'll probably be under the third, even with all we're putting into the cost of a new boat. And effectively, we're going to have a new boat. Everything's going to be new inside. It'll still say 2003 on the registration certificate, but it'll be a new boat. And we're actually putting in probably as much money to update it as we did to buy it, but we'll still be under a third of the cost of a new one. So was it a wise decision? I mean, there's certainly days I ask myself that when I see all the work going on. But ask me in a few years, and I'll tell you that. But so meanwhile, the team has been working on the boat, and I have some pictures and some video that is amazing to see. So let's take a look at how they're doing. Let's start at the bow. I've got 650 feet of Chromox chain. It's a very special chain. It looks shiny, and it stays shiny forever. Okay, let's look at the stabilizer project. Here you see the bilge keel, which is intended to stop the boat from rolling, but we have to remove it in order to have the new stabilizers be effective. And so here you see them welding on the bottom of the boat, trying to remove that bilge keel. And that was a major project. Welding, anytime you're welding on a boat, you need to get rid of any fuel. And here's somebody inside of a fuel tank getting rid of all the crud. And we had to get all the fumes out of the boat rather than take a chance on anything exploding with all that welding going on. And here you can see the bilge keel has been removed. And they're starting, this is cutting the holes in the side of the hull. And all of those stringers that you see, all those supports, all of that has to go. And here you see they're getting closer. They're cutting it out kind of one by one. They have to do this on both sides of the boat, obviously. And here you see it completely removed. And here we see they've already got the new stabilizer motor, and they had to hang it from a chain inside the boat in order to start bringing it into position and bring it in through the opening before they seal things up. So yeah, and you see those little fasteners on the outside hull of the boat. Well, those are because they're going to put on a new plate to replace the parts of the hull that they cut out. And this is that new plate being fabricated, and they'll have to weld it into place. And here you can see it welded into place. But all that supporting structure inside the boat is going to have to be rebuilt. And you can see all the steel has been cut for those replacement parts. And let's close out this section on stabilizers by taking a look at a video. I asked how in the heck they're going to get all of this watertight. And you'll see here that they're using a template, they're calling it, kind of a wooden mock-up of the stabilizer in order to get everything in place and verify that it fits perfectly and that all the supports are right. And well, watch this video. It explains a little of how this all comes together.
Hey Ken, this is the alignment rig they've got made up for fitting the stabilizers. And this is the weld-in ring. What you're looking at now is the face that's going to be visible from the outside of the boat on the hull. On the inside, it's threaded. It'll sit somewhere here on the stabilizer component and then bolted to that first sealing flange, the weld-in one. It's going to be this guy. It's got its own sealing ring. Those are bolted together. And then there's going to be the void between the two. It's going to be sealed watertight as well.
Okay, shifting our attention to the inside. This is a scene from one of the guest staterooms. As you can see, it is completely ripped apart. In fact, it's actually in worse shape than what you're seeing here. The kind of those, I don't know what you call them, the panels on the wall, the cloth panels that circle the room, those have been sent out for reupholstery. We're getting new mattresses done. You see kind of a template there because none of the mattresses are nice, neat squares. So we have to make templates, send them out, cut the mattresses to size, and then we're getting all new bedding, new panels around, and so we're keeping busy. The living room. Yeah, I'd show more from downstairs from the guest staterooms, but it's pretty embarrassing to even look at. On the flooring in here, you can see that we still don't have, I'm getting a desk for me that's going to go into that corner that we see. On the flooring, we're having to do new floors and new carpets, obviously, and yeah, there's very little that's not touched. Getting dishes. We're getting, we're measuring everything to make sure things fit. And the dishes are being ordered now. Glasses are being ordered now. Now this is the back starboard side of the main stateroom where the air conditioning controls are. And you kind of see one dangling. I'm not sure what that is. It's dangling. But we're cutting in a monitor there so that when we're traveling, we can look up at the screen and see where we're at. Oh, here we are. Once again, glasses. We're planning out where every glass goes. We're getting custom racks made. And it'll be nice when it's done, but a lot of work. Ceilings, of course, nothing is going untouched. We're going into the ceilings. These are dimmers. We're replacing all the LED lights throughout the boat. The lights that were there were kind of dim, and yeah, you can see the overhead with all the new dimmers going in. And all the upholstery everywhere in the boat's being replaced. You can see carpet samples, towel samples. Roberta's picking out everything, working with our interior designer, Scott Cole, from a company called RDO Design. And well, like even here, I mean, this is the pilot house. And once again, I'm embarrassed to show it, but the upholstery that you see there is not the final upholstery. We've been taking things out to send them in to get reupholstered. And that table that you see that's cardboard is because the table that was there we didn't think was big enough. So we're getting a new table made. And well, that's really, I guess, well, now let's move up to the flybridge. There was tiling on the flybridge that once again was dark. And so we ripped out all of the countertops. We have new countertops coming in. And actually there's helm chairs that are in front of this, and bar stools in front of it. And those are all getting new. Oh yeah, there you can see the bar stools. Those have since this picture was taken, been pulled out, and we have new ones coming. And the helm chairs in front of it will be new. And now let's go to, I guess, some good news. This is the galley, and the galley, that's the new countertop. We ripped out some black stone that was there, and this is actually the first scene I've seen of anything new. So when Roberta and I saw it, it kind of gave us a little hope that, or a reminder that there is a finish line. The hole you see there is where the stove is going to go. We ripped out the stove to put in a new stove. All appliances in the boat will be new. So, or I think maybe that microwave might get kept. I'm not sure. But basically you can see it's going to be a very different boat. Okay, well let's look at the electronics and start at the helm. And I'll show you that we're actually starting to make some nice progress on the helm. You can see here that all those holes that we saw the last time I did a video are starting to be filled in. Those are nice Hatland monitors that are very visible during the day. And on the overhead, you can see we have gauges there now. Last time I did a video, they were empty slots. And it's coming together. You can see that we're doing nice overlays for things so that everything's labeled. In the center there is the Caterpillar gauges, which we still have to plug in. And behind the helm, because we ran out of space, you can see that here at the entrance to the pilot house head, that those cardboard markers are we're going to be putting gauges for the water makers, the electrical system, things that aren't used all the time. Moving up to the flybridge, we have a lot of work to do. We're just getting rolling on it. You can see that a lot of the gauges are missing. Over on the right side is where the starboard side wing drive station is. And you can see that the controls are missing. This is the port side drive station. And here we see some of the monitors starting to get dropped in and starting to look good. With that, I'm going to shift to taking a look at the electrical system. Well, I'll touch briefly on what we're doing on the electrical system, which is actually one of the biggest projects we're doing. The new electrical stabilizers, the hot tub, have driven a need for a bigger generator, so we're getting rid of a 20 kW and putting in a 30 kW, which turned out to be a bigger project than I thought it would be because we have to cut a bigger hole in the side of the boat for the exhaust. We're also completely swapping all the batteries in the boat and currently doing AGM batteries, but laying all the groundwork for the switch to lithium batteries that we'll probably do next year. We're getting rid of the Tyson monitoring system. There was a monitoring system on the boat that was 25 years old and needed an upgrade, but rather than doing that, we're swapping over to Maritron. And the Tyson system was almost like an operating system for the boat. I mean, it was, it touched virtually everything electrical on the boat or electronic. And so we're gutting it, putting in a new system, putting in all Victron chargers. We're putting in a bypass to get around the Atlas shore power converter when we're in the U.S. because we simply don't need it. But it'll be there for when we travel internationally. And that's it for electrical for right now.
Since everything's opened up and we have access and through the big holes in the hull for the stabilizer, it seemed a good time to replace the water heaters. We have two 30-gallon water heaters, and they were put in with the boat 25 years ago. So we needed to replace them, but we were trying to figure out if the new ones would fit and if we could actually get them through everything to get them installed. And so here you see that the team mocked up using cardboard and paper, mocked up a new water heater and fit it in to the space just to see if it would fit. And you can see here it is. Looking for the top view, we thought we were going to have to cut a bigger hole in the floorboards in order to get it in. But they were actually able to sneak it in through the large hole for the stabilizers. And there's two of them. So, and here they are. We had to order them out of Germany in order to match the ones that were there. We tried everything to find something in the US, and it wasn't that easy. And here's the new water heater placed inside the hull. So, but not unwrapped yet. So we're working on that next.
You know, we knew when we bought North Star that we were going to have to do something about a hot tub. We had hoped to find a boat that already had one, but we liked everything else about North Star, so that's what we got. And we made a plan that we would buy an off-the-shelf hot tub and just set it on the fly bridge. But then after we started thinking about it, and you can see here a rendering I did to show how that would look, we realized that it was going to take up the middle of the fly bridge where we wanted to put water toys. We were going to be warm places. We'd want to put jet skis, kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, who knows what up there. But so then we took another look at it and decided that maybe we could put the hot tub back where the sun pad is, and you know, where that blue sunbed is toward the back. And I produced a rendering that showed what it would look like, and this looks almost real. You can see how nice it looks. And so we talked to the shipyard, and they said, yeah, we can do that. And so that's the path we're on. As we started, we hit a few complications. I mean, some obvious ones, like removing that sunbed is non-trivial. It's made out of aluminum. There's storage inside of it, and all of the guts for our davit, the big crane that lifts the tender on and off the boat, is inside of there. So all of that had to be moved, including all the hydraulic lines. The lid had to be taken off, and then we had to structure where we were going to put the hot tub. We still want to use an off-the-shelf hot tub, and we bought one, but we're stripping the sides off of it and basically using the shell and the other parts that we want. And but then there were still other challenges. We, for one thing, needed to get 220 volts to the hot tub, and and also had to figure out how we were going to get water in and out of the hot tub. And the biggest challenge of all was how we were going to heat the hot tub. You know, the built-in heater for the hot tub was meant to warm it over a period of days and then keep it at temperature. But in this case, the way we use the hot tub is to go to an anchorage, quickly fill the hot tub, use it that night, and possibly dump the water the next morning. We don't want water in the hot tub when we're actually running, because that puts weight up high, and too much weight up high, and you can tip the boat if you get in any kind of sea, and we don't really want to do that. So we thought about a few possible solutions, including a diesel furnace, but that comes with a lot of complexity and plumbing needs and a place to put it.
And ultimately, we decided that we're going to experiment with trying kind of an instant heat on demand system, like you might use for a residential shower, where the water gets into the electric heater, it heats it. We think if we do it that way, in under an hour, we could fill the hot tub with hot water and then just rely on the built-in heater in the hot tub to keep it warm. So anyway, that's what we're doing, and you can see the progress, and hopefully this is all going to work out. Okay, well, that does it for this issue of the blog. And yeah, hopefully things are going to get a little more exciting in the future as we start cruising and as the boat looks better. It's pretty tough on me to look at these images of the boat as it is right now, but it will get better. And if there's anything you would prefer me to talk about or would like me to go into on a future video, please post a message at the bottom of this blog entry. I do read all comments. And, you know, behind the scenes, what I've been doing is working on getting my captain's license. I had actually a 100-ton license that I let expire. And the problem is, if you ever let it expire, you have to start all over at the beginning. And I just wasn't using it. No one ever asked for it after I got it. So I have to start way back at the beginning. And it's quite a process to get. So I'm doing all the training again with an online website called Mariner's Learning System. And yeah, that's been great. And hopefully by the time I do my next video, I'll have my license back. And with that, I thank you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you next time.